Lovely. Next one from Redstone, we have Jason. Hey, Jason, how you doing?
Doing well, doing well. How are you?
Fantastic. All good. Go for it. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Let me know when you can see the screen there.
We can.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. My name is Jason Barraza. I'm our institutional business development lead at Redstone, and today we're going to be talking about how we fit into the stack here when it comes to trusted agents, identity, and how we can help them be a little bit more actionable with quality data and risk awareness on chain. So, AI agents, they're becoming increasingly capable of acting on chain, right? And for agentic finance to really scale, capability of interacting on chain isn't enough, right? You need markets need to know who this agent is, whether it can be trusted or not, and also importantly, if it's making decisions on reliable information, which is where Redstone also fits into the picture. But this is where ERC 8004 is such an important step, as we've seen here, with persistent identity, reputation, and validation. And our Redstone, our role in the stack is to be that data layer where once an agent has identity and it still needs to understand the market it's operating inside of, right? It needs trusted data inputs to monitor prices or changing conditions that it can track or anything really that it needs to make a decision in real time. And that's where Redstone contributes. So just to give a quick overview on us, we do secure over $6 billion worth of assets on chain across stable coins. It could be real world assets and the sort for some of the biggest names in the space, including BlackRock's BUIDL, VanEck's VBIL, Apollo's ACRED, and a whole lot more of assets that we're proud to power. And this comes in a variety of different ways. It could be prices, it could be net asset values, it could be proof of reserves, and I'll go into some of that in a second. Um, so as I mentioned, our role here is to be the data layer. And so a simple way to really think about this is ERC 8004 really helps identify the agent, right? Who is this? We help answer the question of what does the agent know? What is it operating on? I mentioned some of the data feeds that we do power earlier, but we also have exchange rates, right? That could also help with smart contract execution, awareness of volatility. And another one that we're proud of through another acquisition that Redstone made last year was Credora. And these are our DeFi risk ratings. The idea is that just like you have S&P, Fitch, and Moody's in TradFi, in DeFi, you have another set of parameters to also take into account, and all results into a rating so that you are aware of what's going on, what are you investing into, what's it backed by, etc., and the creditworthiness and so forth. We do push a lot of our data on chain. Naturally, it's a constant broadcast, but an AI agent does need the information when it needs it. And therefore, we also have the pull model so that they have it readily available. Once again, answering that question of what does the agent know right now? And this matters because the future of on-chain agents, it's not just about automation, it's about informed automation. So an agent that's allocating capital or managing collateral or executing a strategy on its own, it does need to have quality data, and that matters. So what makes this launch really special and exciting is that it's the ecosystem building around ERC 8004, right? 8004 provides the identity foundation. Other participants in the ecosystem, such as our fellow presenters here, are helping establish validation, reputation, and application type of functionality. And for us at Redstone, we fit into it as well in a collaborative manner. As you can see here, we also have X402 that's powering payments to actually be able to execute on chain. We provide reliable real-time data for people, for the agents to be able to use, risk awareness of what's going on in the market through Credora, and it all evolves into agents being able to effectively manage a portfolio or trade or strategy. Now, looking at an example of, let's say, an AI agent that is your portfolio manager, you may have the agent first register itself so that we're aware of what it is, right? And then it needs to observe the market, what's going on. It'll pull data from Redstone and from other sources and from other inputs around the ecosystem that it's working with, just depending on whatever its use case is. And all of that comes to make a decision of, am I going to rebalance this portfolio because a certain trigger was hit? Or am I going to not invest into a certain vault because maybe the risk is too high for what the return is? And maybe there's a similar return vault that has less risk because of the rating. And all of that comes together and it's significant for all of us because the result of those decisions comes back in reputation and validation over to the agent, right? And therefore it does, hopefully, with quality data, it's able to execute a little bit better. So the bigger story here essentially is that 8004, it's not just about giving agents a label. It's really about building an environment around them to make them trusted participants in financial systems. And that's where Redstone really feels that we're here to support. We're excited to build with others in this space. So please contact us. We're around. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Jason. That was fantastic. As I shared in the chat, you can learn more about Redstone Finance at redstone.finance.